Okay, awesome. I think we may still have a few more people join us, but welcome. You know, you missed one meeting and it feels like it's been forever. I just missed last week and it's like it throws everything off. I just miss you guys. So welcome, welcome to the circle. Uh, I'm trying to see Christine. We have Christine, but she's not showing yet. So, but I wanted to say hello, hello, Miss Sue. How are you? And we've got Hannah from the UK. So Hannah's been with us for a long time, but she hadn't joined many of our recent meetings. So I'm happy Hannah's with us today. And of course, we have beautiful Sandra with us too. And so welcome everybody. I've got a lot going on with this call. I'm kind of excited because I've got a special event to announce. And then I have a technique that I believe is going to work beautifully with the one command to help you get some focus and to, get greater clarity. But also, I really think that this may be a piece that we don't necessarily get to talk about in the when we teach the webinar, or we haven't really talked about it here, but I always refer to it. And then I have taught this a lot. I teach my clients this, but now I have a great reference for it. And we're going to play with a technique to help you with your one command experience, and it gets you clarity, but also it opens you up. We're kind of giving your mind this framework on, hey, this is what's before us, and we're directing our mind, which is the weakest part. So more on all of this later. So let's go ahead and get started. So welcome. The purpose is so that we have time. The purpose of the circle is just so that we have this time that we can, one, come together, have that feeling of support, but also it's that pause in your week, in your day, and so that you can just take a moment for yourself and what it is that you want, need, or desire. Now, we call it the Commanding Wealth Circle, but really, last week we did a lot of commands around. There was physical healing, and I hope Sherry comes on because she sent me an email. We did a healing on Sherry because she was having migraines. She had been having a terrible time with them. She said she has not had a migraine since we did that session. So I think that's a pretty big win. But what Asara teaches, and what I believe too, is our true wealth comes through our relationships. And building the networking group, or you have that friend group, or you have that resource. Our wealth is in relationships, and that's where we're building our foundation. So I just want to do a little check-in, see how everybody is. Like I said, some folks are still going to be signing on, but I think we have a smaller group today. But I just want to check in. Anybody have anything to share, like any good news, or maybe you have a question, or maybe you need some extra help and support. So if you have anything, just go ahead and open up. You can just unmute yourself. Oh, I'm getting a text now. So, all right. So I want to announce this week there's 2 events. If you're watching this on the YouTube channel, I'm going to put the link to the event below. But this week is the Lionsgate portal opens up. And this happens once a year, but it's actually about a 4-week period. And right in the middle is the most powerful day, which is August 8th. So 8-8, and so 8 is a prosperity number, extra abundance, but there's a lot of significance, and I've got to write up on it, but I'm going to be talking more about it. But this is really about a DNA activation for ascension, and this is healing karma, whatever we need to release, but more importantly, what essence do we need to embrace? And so I got the guidance, like, you need to do the Lionsgate. Okay, because I've been going through a lot of shifts and changes and healing myself, and there's been this growth and you have probably been going through this too, been going through a lot of challenges, but this is like to take you to that next level of consciousness. And I'm going to be sending out a message, a deeper message about it. But this page that I'm going to post here talks about it. But this is a paid event, but I want to let you know I kept it very affordable, and it has a 2-for-1 offer because the tickets are $28. But if you want to register with a friend, it's 2-for-1. So if you have somebody that you want to share this with, and it's posted on Eventbrite, and we're going to host it here on Zoom, and it'll be recorded, and you can come back and listen to it as often as possible. And it's going to start at 7 p.m. Central and go to 9. And all of a sudden, as soon as I said that, I realized maybe I had a different time. 1 second. I'm going to double check. I have the wrong time on the slide. Oh, Kathryn, you silly Kathryn. It's from 6 p.m. It's from 6 to 8. So ignore the image on there, but I have the correct date on there. But it's a 2-for-1 deal. And this is going to be super affordable. And I'm looking forward to it because something amazing always happens. You guys have been pulling these teachings out of me. And when we align in this intention and aligning to the universe and working with our ascension team, honestly, I know where I want us to go. I know what tools and resources I want you to have on the other side. But this is just so that we can open ourselves up collectively to this greater potential and the truth of who we are. So we have that realization. So I'm actually as curious as you are about what's going to be manifesting in this. Okay. So I just wanted to be sure and mention that. Okay. So today I want to share with you a little technique. Now, we're familiar with the one command. We work with that methodology, and the purpose of the one command for people who are new to this, the one command is a technique that was developed by Asara Lovejoy, and it's a method that takes you instantly from your ordinary beta thinking into your more expanded level of consciousness, into the theta brainwave. And what we do through this 6-step process, we literally do what maybe a lot of hypnotists, or when you are in meditation, that takes a long time to go through the different levels of consciousness, where you're going from the beta brain, when you're ordinary consciousness and you're operating basically on everything that you've decided and learned from the past, right? And this has created a filter of reality and this lens that you're operating through. Then as it starts to lower your brainwave, it takes you into alpha, where you become more open and receptive, and you come into this more creative space. Then as we take you through this 6-step process, what happens is we take you into theta brainwave, which is that brainwave that Neville Goddard talks about when he says you're going to be as if you're just before you go to sleep at night. Your mind is still kind of alert, but your body is very relaxed. And this is excellent for healing, transformation, clearing out old beliefs, and allowing that new programming to come in. Well, there's a very powerful statement called the one command that is, I don't know how, because we don't know how. And then we state what it is that we want. And the statement by itself is very powerful because it detaches you from the worry and struggling over, well, I want this, but I can't because, right? You have this belief system and you have all of these reasons that you can't have what you want. You have all these hurdles that you have to overcome. Well, it takes it away, because actually the universe has a lot of ways to help you attract, create, or manifest whatever you want, need, or desire. But we have to get ourselves out of the way. So this quiets that ordinary thinking, it quiets that programming, it quiets the emotions, and takes you into this space of greater potential. And we have been working with Asara, who developed it, and she was my teacher and friend and best friend in life, honestly, and my business partner. And we worked with she developed this technique, and we taught seminars all over the world. And now I own the Commanding Wealth Seminars portion of the business. So that's what we're doing with this. We are applying this teaching. Okay. Well, I want to share with you a book that's a wonderful support book called The Magic Question. And the idea behind the magic question is very often we think in circles. And in fact, Asara would teach in the one command that if we were to keep a running tally of our thoughts, we would find that we would have the same thought over and over and over again during a day. We might call that worry or obsession, right? And we're on this very small loop. You have to pardon me, there is a slight delay in the, in the camera, but we're on a very small loop of trying to solve it, right? You got a problem, or you got a challenge, you got a big bill coming, and you got life that's still going on. And what happens? It keeps popping up. You want to make a plan, and you go, well, I can't because I got this bill, right? And well, we need to make this happen. Well, what about this big bill? Or you want to do this extra thing, and we can't even take care of that bill, right? And that's that circular thinking. Well, I'd love to, but I've got this problem. So we circle, circle, circle. And that is what we call that smaller sphere of influence. And we are just trying to work it out. But what we wind up thinking instead of thinking, how can I do it? Hey, I wonder where the solution is. Or going, there's a way to do this. I just haven't seen it yet. It's actually pretty extraordinary if people can go naturally to that way of thinking. You have to train your mind to do that, to where you are more proactive in your thinking rather than reactive. Oh, there's a problem. There's a bill. It's big. And you worry about it so much it becomes bigger than you, right? And so it becomes so big that suddenly you go, oh, well, the solution for this great big problem that you've been thinking and circulating on and worrying about must be even greater. It must be massive. Only winning the lottery can save you at this point, right? And we hear things that are like, well, God doesn't give you anything bigger than what you can handle, right? And all things that come to you are a blessing, or this is just the universe letting you know what your next level of growth is. And you go, F you, universe. I don't no, I don't need a lesson. Please just send the check, right? I don't want that anymore. And am I on track? Is this true? Is this how it starts to feel? Are we relating to this? Yeah. And my I'm watching my daughter go through this, and right now she needs me to be mom, and there's stuff, and I'm having to go, listen, if you ever want to do this other thing, let me know, because I can help you calm your mind and settle down. And then every once in a while she'll come in and go, I don't know how it's happening, Mom, but I just know it is. Like in her arms, I know. And I take that as my in. But the thing is, that's how she's processing. She hasn't trained her mind to meet challenges with confidence, right? When she goes into fear mode, what is our fear mode? Fight, flight, freeze, or we fawn. Oh, who can I suck up to? Who can I manipulate, right? So in the magic question, it helps you direct your thoughts. And the reason that this helps even before you start formatting your one command is that a lot of time when we do the one command and I take you through the 6 steps, there's always this moment when I have you measure. We want to quantify it, right? When you go, well, when you think about your problem now, what do you know that maybe you didn't know before? Or on a scale of 1 to 10, when you measure that intensity, how big does this problem feel now? And so we start to try to quantify it. By framing the question first, then doing the one command, and then we come back to it, it brings a lot more clarity. Sandy, I hope it's okay. Can I share what happened when we did this in the session? What you said to me afterwards?
Sure.
Okay. Um, I have a funny story to tell because I don't know if you remember, I put out a message that I'm doing your big money breakthrough tarot readings. And my cards disappeared. I could not find them. Here I sold sessions and I had to buy a deck of cards. But Sandy was sweet enough to come on and I said, hey, I'll send you the reading, which I still will. But I said, I want to take you through this little process. And I asked her what the situation was. We went through these 4 questions and then we checked after, then we did the one command, and then we checked afterwards. And do you remember what you said after the session?
Oh, sorry. I don't
No,
remember
that's all
exactly.
right. It was before, when you thought about it, it felt like there were closed doors, like on all the answers. Every time you asked questions, it was kind of like, or you thought about the situation, it was like a closed door. But afterwards, it felt like open doors. It felt more open, and there was greater possibility. And you said you felt the one command at a deeper level.
One other thing since that session, I was trying to think. I don't know what changed or when, but maybe it was since the session. I feel like I'm hearing things more. As I read, I'm comprehending more. It's like a layer of film or interference or something has kind of dissipated. I don't even quite know how to describe it.
Yep. And someone said that that's even part of what's happening with us being in the Lion's Gate too. Is it's like they said, it's like the veil is torn away. But I remember I had that experience working with, when I started working with one command. It was like, gosh, it really is like I was blind and now I see, right? Or whatever, that thing that felt like that weight or that heaviness was just gone. But did you have anything to add to that or anything?
Just one thing. One thing I've always kind of dealt with was just being tired all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know if we talked about that in that session, but I just decided to do a Google search on naturopathic doctors and talk was going to talk to one and I couldn't make an appointment for a couple months. I tried another one. It's like I have an appointment for Thursday. So,
Okay, good.
and I think they might be just what I need. I won't know for sure, but just from the information that I've gathered so far,
Yeah.
um, I, instead of me trying try this, try that, and walk in the health food store and go, oh, energy, oh, let me try it. It never does, that kind of thing.
Right.
And I might have just finally be on the way to getting that solved.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I hope
yeah.
so. Yeah. So we'll give some support to that too. But thank you so much. So I want to share with you one, where in the world did I find this book? I will upload it to the TOC Money Mindset Mastery Group. But I want to turn you on to this resource because my ADHD loves books. I speed through them. I kind of skim through and then what jumps out at me. But I try to apply immediately what I've learned. Okay. But this is the link. It's pdfdrive.com. It's free. Okay. And so, what, 74 million ebooks, but also you might find workbooks and things from different authors. And this is a fantastic resource. It's completely free. You don't get any ads or anything else, and it's open source. So I highly recommend this if you aren't tuned into it already. Okay, pdfdrive.com. All right, so there's a lot of magic questions. This is also a neuro-linguistic programming NLP technique. And it'd be like, if I knew, what would I know? That's a magic question. Like a lot of times with clients, say, well, what do you want to do? Right? Or if you were successful, what would that look like? And they go, oh, I don't know. And you go, well, if you did know, what would you know? Which was Asara's favorite question. If I knew, what would I know? I'm not going to tell a story. I've got so many stories around this. But here are the 4 as a starter of magic questions. And this is commanding wealth, and we're thinking about money. or maybe you have a big financial challenge. I know, Layden, you're looking for some investors for your startup. So with these 4 questions, a lot of times when we're thinking about something, I'm going to model this. We're looking down, we're looking down, we're in our feelings, we're not breathing as well, and then our eyes are very narrowly focused, and they might maybe go left or right a little bit. Then what do? We get on our phone, we get on our computer, and then we come up, and then it's still right in front of us, but we're not actually accessing our creative part. We use our eyes to access our brain. So when we ask these questions, this is a Kathryn piece. This isn't taught in the book. Is that okay if I tell you little secret things that are going to help you learn faster and activate them? So I want you to think about something that you want to do a command for, right? And so it might be, well, how can I make more money, right? Or how can I bring in an extra $5,000? Maybe you want to bring in an extra 20, but if you had $5,000 show up, would that be okay? Would you be mad about it? All right. But I'm just going to use $5,000 as an example. Okay. So, and here's what I'm going to do. And I hope you can see, I even put on eyeliner so you can see my eye. But it would be like, and this is my thinking, how can I manifest an extra $5,000 this month or this week? But for me, I'm thinking month of August. How can I manifest an extra $5,000 in the month of August? And I want you to just kind of look around. And this is kind of like our devices have really kind of messed us up on us even be able to look around and stuff. I have to tell the grandgirls, hey, do me a favor, don't be on your device when we're in the car because I want to show you stuff. I want you to look around and point stuff out to me, right? Get interested because it expands your brain. So just as you look around and you think about it, you may notice, it feels kind of, my eyes kind of hurt a little bit when I look in different directions, or it feels like as I'm looking around for the solution, how can I manifest an extra $5,000 this month? Just be aware. Look around because you're also opening up your brain. Okay. Question 2. What needs to happen for me to manifest that $5,000 this month? What needs to happen for me to manifest $5,000 this month? And your beautiful mind will go, well, you know what you were supposed to do. You were supposed to set up, make a perfect website and then create a sales funnel. And then you were going to get on all the Facebook groups and make friends with everybody. And then you're going to teach a class every day. And then you were going to create an amazing high ticket offer, right? And then you were going to, right after you did the 10,000 other things that you're supposed to do that you haven't done yet either, right? You know that. But if your brain wants to help and you go, okay, thanks, but what really needs to happen? So if your brain gets busy and starts just info dumping, and it's usually, well, if you were a harder worker, it has a kind of a critical thing. Your mind will do that because you've conditioned your mind to punish you, to criticize you. So you go, okay, but what really needs to happen for me to create or manifest that extra $5,000? What needs to happen? Hey, I need a new idea. I need to spot an opportunity, right? There may be an answer, but we are not trying to get an answer. This is the hardest part, not to come up with the answer yet. Keep yourself in an open space, okay? But if you just have to get it out and you got to just write it down, do it as fast as possible, but keep yourself in this wonder. Okay. Then is I wonder. So someone might say, I wonder how I could earn an extra 5,000. Because some people like earning money. Hey, I'm happy to earn it. Or where can I find it? So I wonder how, I wonder how I could make that happen. I wonder how I could realistically create $5,000. I wonder where I could find the right opportunity. I'm leaving this one a little open for you because we're all so individual. There's not one thing that works for everybody. This is for you to kind of have your own, hey, I wonder where or how I can find it. Okay, keep yourself in wonder. I wonder. I wonder. I'm so anchored to this. As soon as I tap my chin, and Layden was asking me about EFT a few weeks ago. Am I tapping an EFT point? Oh yeah, maybe if we wanted to add a little EFT, we could, right? But then here's the clincher. How good will I feel when I have that $5,000 in my hand? Or how good will I feel when I see that $5,000 in my bank account? How good will I feel? And then elicit that good feeling. And imagine how will you feel? And initially you might be surprised, like, what? Oh my gosh, I'm surprised. Oh my God. And then you might feel grateful. Oh, I'm just so grateful. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Lord. It came in exactly the right time. I didn't know. I felt like it should, but I didn't know. And I just, thank you, thank you, thank you, right? And then you might feel excited. Oh my gosh, now I can do the thing. Oh my gosh, this is so easy. What's next? Right? And so those three are a good start. I didn't put it on here, but you might first feel excited, then you'll feel grateful, and then first surprised, grateful, and then excited. Hey, thanks to Scott Hogue for sharing that little tidbit for me on that feeling. I like to create little vignettes, but this is how he talks about creating the feelings. Okay. So, how good will I feel? Now, this is going to be in advance of anything else. And what are we doing? You're putting yourself in the future in that moment. And what else is happening? You're moving yourself because you ask these questions. There's naturally, you're going to grow into the person that has it. And whatever it takes for you to get there, that's what we call fulfillment. How are you liking this? Does this make sense? Okay. So do we have, let me check and see. It's so hard for me to see who else on. Oh, oh, Emily had to go. I'm so sorry. She's asking for positive vibes. Oh, Emily popped on, but then she had to get back off. Okay. Yeah, Larry's liking it. Hey, Larry, how are you doing? So now do you have yours? Do you have your statement? Okay. So we talked about before, like when I was saying, oh, you're worried, there's a thing. I don't even, you know, I don't know what your thing is, but I know you got a thing that's on your mind and you've really been trying to come up with a solution. You've been worried, right? How, just as you think about it from your ordinary consciousness right now, think about your situation that you have to, change, remove, improve, whatever that is. Just from asking these questions, what shift are you noticing right now? Just in your energy or your sense of possibility? And if you wanted to open up and share with me, or you can put it in the chat. Bless, bless, bless. Yeah. Okay. already it's starting to like open the door, open the gate. All right, we ready? All right, so now we know our command. So if I'm wanting to create an extra $5,000, so my command is not, I don't know how I earn it. I don't know how I find it. I don't know how I win the lottery. I'm not concerned with how, because the universe or my own higher consciousness has a better idea. Guess what else? We're not creating it. It's already created. We just haven't been able to notice it or have that new thought because we've been cycling in that small sphere of influence, and our emotions have been building up, right? And then if we were to look at our brain, we would be actually working our worry muscle in our brain rather than our greater capacity or our superpower muscle. Okay, so what do I want to see? I want $5,000 cash money in my bank account. That's what I'm commanding for. But also, I might think, well, why do I want the $5,000? Well, I have got kind of a laundry list going. Well, what do we have? Bills. Hey, guys, just on a personal note, I'm about to go have gastric sleeve surgery. And there's a whole lot of extra expenses, and that means some days I'm not working, and that's got me thinking about what? The money, right? So what do I want to know? I want to know that all of my finances are taken care of and the bill is paid. And the shortest path that my mind, my ordinary thinking mind knows is, hey, if you have $5,000, you'll be fine. But what do I actually want? I want to feel fine. I want to feel confident that everything's taken care of. And when the bill comes in, I just can pay it. Or what if they said, guess what? You're part of a magical program and we're going to be able to waive that extra fee, which I have had huge bills just erased. Okay. I've had amazing things happen. So what is the result? I don't know how everything is taken care of. I only know that my needs are abundantly met now and I am fulfilled. That's the feeling I want to have. That's the confidence I want to have. And then the evidence is when something comes up, I know that I can pay it because you're always the source of your money anyway, right? But if I need to see 5,000 in my bank account, okay, I don't know how I have 5,000. So don't overthink it. Tune in right now to what it is that you need and what you really need. And then we'll command for whatever money you're asking for. Secondary, not first. Does that make sense? Because we really want to get your emotional needs met. We want to tap you into a creative life force. We want to tap you into the level of consciousness where it's already manifested, it's already done. All right. So you got your command? All right. Who's ready to go up? All right. I'll see you on the other side. We're going to go through the 6 steps of the one command. And pardon me, I am going to take a little sip of water. And we're going to go ahead and ground. And just settle into your body. Feel your connection to the earth. Picture, visualize, or imagine that you're like a tree and that you have long roots going deep down into the earth. Feel your connection to the earth. And I just want to invite you to become aware of the creative life force energy that is just below the surface. Beautiful. And in your mind's eye, picture, visualize, or imagine that energy is coming up through the bottom of your feet up through your legs, your knees, your hips. Now we have a root chakra that is just between our legs. It's like it's ruby red in color. I'm getting the message that someone in the group needs to increase their grounding. And so just imagine that red ruby root chakra, that energy is being increased. Oh, there you go. Now you're able to receive even more of that creative life force energy coming right up through your back. Yeah, this is for you, Layden. Yeah, right up through your back, into your neck and your shoulders, down to your elbows, all the way to your fingertips. Bringing your attention to your heart as you're aligning to your intention. And as you focus on your heart, I just want to invite you to become aware of the master in you. And the master in me greets the master in you, and in this space, let there only be love between us. And in your mind's eye, you may be able to picture or even feel the energy or just get a sense of, or maybe just have trust in knowing that right now in this circle of masters, and our hearts are lit up, just witness these hearts in a circle forming a single ring of light. And there's a greater circle around us of invisible support that our angels, our guides, our ascension team, or simply people in our prayer circle, or friends we haven't met yet. But witness that greater circle of light surrounding you and supporting you. And I would invite you to become aware of the top of your head and the crown chakra, which is white. And just picture, visualize, or imagine that there's a pole of light coming down through the top of your head, and it's going right down either side of your spine, and it's connecting in with that energy that's coming up from the earth. And that is your spiritual life force energy. And with your eyes closed, roll your eyes up as if you're trying to look up through the top of your head and send your consciousness up. Now, as you're going up, I want to invite you to think about, hey, are there bills that need to get paid and you aren't sure how to get them paid? I want you to send those bills up ahead of you. And we're going to send them up to Creator or God or to the greater universal intelligence. Do you want your business to grow and expand? Then maybe there's something that represents your business. Expand your business, send your business out ahead of you. And someone said that they are ready for their new home. And in your mind's eye, you have a representation of your home, but it seems like too big of an ask. It's bigger than what you can imagine happening. So send what you picture to be your home or the house that it occupies, because the house and the home are different. Send that right out in front of you. And as you go up, 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 the higher you go, the faster you go. Woo! And right now, just send all those money needs, those bills. Hey, everything you need that money for, that house, your business, that responsibility, whatever it is that you're needing, right now, release it to your higher power and say, and I'm going to tell you what my mom used to say, God, You're awake all the time. I'm going to let you take care of it and I'm going to rest. So whoever you talk to, just say, this is yours. This is bigger than what I can handle in my own ordinary thinking. Thank you for taking care of it. And now just allow yourself to break through the darkness into the light of pure, open potential. Now, in this space, keep your eyes just softly up. Don't strain, but just take a couple of deep breaths and just expand your energy. Breathe into that. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, eyes still up. You're going to state your one command. And the first is for your needs. Like if you need $5,000, you need a new house, think about why you need it so that you can feel safe and secure, so that you can feel in your power, right? So this is how the command is coming. I don't know how. I remember the truth that I have the power within me to create whatever I need, want, or desire. I only know that all of my needs are beautifully and abundantly fulfilled now, and I am blessed. And just let that go. Let that expand out to an idea even greater. You can relax your eyes for a second. Remember just to let yourself just be in a greater expansive state of, yes, I can trust myself. I can do this. I've got this. It's done. Yes. And now roll your eyes back up. And now you have the specific need. So the evidence that you want to see is that $5,000 in your bank account, or that full pay client, or a miracle of a new home, whatever that is. I don't know how. I now have, and state it. I only know, I do now, and I am fulfilled. And let that go. Let that expand out. Hey, will you witness with me? I don't know how. I have 100 people in my Lionsgate meditation. I only know the light is bright, the door is open, and I'm ready to receive those clients now, and I am fulfilled. Thank you. Thank you for your support in that. And let's just expand that to an idea even greater. It serves more good in its fulfillment, this greater possibility. Now, before we come back down, I want you to just picture, visualize, or imagine that you're looking down and there's this new field of energy around you and inside of you, and it's this field of gratitude. And first, just witness those bills, your business, the house coming down in its proper role and position in your life and your experience. Witness that money coming in. Oh, is it in your bank account? Oh, is it in a check? Oh, did you get an alert? Is there a FedEx package? I don't know. How do you like to receive money? But witness it coming in many, many ways. Witness it coming in. And now feel yourself coming back down into your body in this field of gratitude that everything's already done. It's exactly how it should be. And there's this new state of being, you as one who is grateful, excited, so happy, oh, so surprised, so grateful, so excited, right? As this new state of being arrives, let the old ways just unwind, unwind, unwind. And then just allow the new ideas start to come in to rewind, rewind, and integrate. Now you can keep your eyes closed, or if you want to open them to think again, but do an internal check about your command. When you think about it, what do you know now that you didn't know before? Maybe you don't know anything yet, but is there a different feeling, at least about what you need? So now we're going to ask these questions again. And this is a piece that's always missing. Like before we go, how, I need to make $5,000. And then we always go, well, okay, I manifested. I don't know. I guess I'll go back to worrying. No, now we want to redirect the mind so that it can set up our reticular activating system. So now remember, you're wondering, you're looking around, how can I manifest an extra $5,000 this month? And then just as I'm looking around, I'm noticing I don't have any of the little achies, or I don't feel any tension in my face or in my body when I think about it. What needs to happen for me to create that $5,000 or to allow it in? I wonder how or where I can generate $5,000. I wonder where I could earn it if I needed to earn it. If I need to earn $5,000 today, what would I do? You're in this mode of playing what if, okay? And then again, how good will I feel when I see that $5,000 arrive? Ah, I'm going to be surprised, right? Oh, and then I'm going to be so grateful. And then I'm going to be really excited and get into those feelings, because that's the feeling that you want to create this through. And we're talking about that sphere and that energy of gratitude. This is this is the secret piece. So this is, now you could, like, you have those questions and then you might brainstorm some answers. You might realize, hey, there's this thing I've been needing to do. And like, as soon as I asked, it was like, oh, there's people I need to follow up with because they were interested in coaching. Okay. I need to get my timeline for the coaching program that I want to launch in September. I need to get real about that. I've got a million notes. It's time to get them organized and turn it into a real thing. Okay. And then remember the seventh step. What is it? We want to take action. Act as if your command's done, and your intuition will guide you on the next steps. Layden saying thanks for today. Great class. Blessings to you, my friend. And then we are coming back to our regular time next week of noon Central Time. So in case you had to miss us today, I apologize, but we'll be back on our regular thing. Oh, and I wanted to have the Lionsgate, but I'll have the link to the Lionsgate, and then also some folks have been asking about if I'm still doing that $95 tarot reading. That's your money breakthrough tarot reading. That is for the month of August. And I will put the link to that in the email when I send out the recording. Okay, everybody? Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Was this good? Was this good? Did you enjoy this today? Yeah. Everybody looks so bright and shiny. All right. Well, I love you and I appreciate you so much. So until next time, this is Kathryn Perry, the Big Vision Coach. I witness your mastery. Bye bye, everybody.